Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. My name is Zoe and I make both bookish and lifestyle type videos, and today you are joining me for a vlog, my first vlog in December. I'm so excited. If you can't tell, I am very ready for Christmas. I wanted to do a vlog where I decorated for Christmas, but y'all, I decorated the first week of November. So I thought I would just do a little intro showing you what I did. My house has been Christmasified for about a month now, and it was the best decision I ever could have made. Honestly, it's making me so happy. I love the lights. I like needed it in my soul. I can't tell if this counts for Vlogmas, but hopefully it does. I don't know. Also, I'm totally drinking water in this because I already drank my coffee and now I'm very thirsty. But I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so excited to do another weekend vlog. Very excited that it's December. I've got a lot of fun Christmassy content planned for these weekend vlogs this month. I just can't wait. And today's week one. It's the first vlog of December. Okay, I know I've said that like 20 times. I'm just really excited. Today is Friday. It is a work day for me. I work from home, as some of you know, for a startup company that I love, and I'm on their support team. It's really great. It's really fun. I get a lot of questions about my job, so I thought I would just throw that in there. I am going to be reading this weekend. I know in my last vlog I said that I was struggling with reading, and I definitely still feel that way a little bit, though I'm very slowly coming out of my slump. I can feel it. It's happening, it's just very slow. But I do need to read The Bear and The Nightingale. This is by Catherine Arden, and we are reading this for our book club, and our live show is next week. So I need to read this ASAP. I do plan to finish it this weekend. I think it's actually pretty short. It's like a little bit over 300 pages, so I really think I can read it. I think I'm also gonna get the audiobook so that way I can do some of the fun things I have planned this weekend while reading it. So I'll definitely let you guys know my thoughts when I get to that. As far as Christmassy stuff goes, I'm just so excited. Okay, so if you've been watching my vlogs, if you've been watching my Instagram stories, you guys know that I have been having so much fun making cookies recently. It's just something that I have picked up, I've always wanted to do, and I'm really enjoying it. It's so much fun, you guys. It's so much fun. It's a process, but it's so much fun. So if you watched my Instagram stories, you might know that I got a KitchenAid mixer. I'm so excited. Okay, I did not plan on getting this at all, but it's a special edition one from the Magnolia Hearth and Home, or is it Hearth and Hand? I always forget. The Joanna Gaines section in Target. They partnered with KitchenAid and made this beautiful matte forest green KitchenAid mixer, and I saw it at Target. Long story short, I like carried it around in my cart for a little bit that night just to pretend I was gonna bring it home with me, and then left it there. The next day I went online and saw that it was $100 cheaper. So I was like, guys, do I do it? Do I do it? And you all convinced me on Instagram to go back and get it, and I did. And I'm so excited. I've never had one before. I know I've been just rambling about this KitchenAid mixer for the last minute, but I'm very excited to use it, especially pairing it now with making cookies. I just can't wait. I've never used one before. I don't know how to use it. I took it out of the box because I was having a bit of a week. I wanted to unbox it during this vlog, but I just needed something for my soul this week to bring me joy, and that really did. So it's been sitting on my kitchen table. I plan on using it, long story short, and I'm very excited. So I will definitely share with you guys my first experience using my KitchenAid. I'm so excited. So with all that said, I will be making cookies, but I won't be vlogging it as much as I did in my last vlog, so don't worry, it's not a repeat of a bunch of cookie content. Of course, though, I will share with you guys what I make when I get there. And what else? Okay, so I've been watching a lot of Christmas movies. It hasn't snowed yet here, though. I live in Wisconsin, and it's kind of driving me crazy. It's December. I want some snow. So I've been watching Christmas movies. By the way, Jingle Jangle on Netflix is this new Christmas movie, kind of a musical. It's a musical. I mean, they sing. It's so good, you guys. Highly recommend watching it. It's so good. The music was amazing. Every single song was fire, and I really want to rewatch it again, possibly try and convince Andrew to watch it with me. So we might do that. I've also been working on Well, my mom started it for me, but it's a Christmas cat puzzle, so I kind of want to work on that. Also, okay, I was in Target and I saw a bunch of stuff for hot chocolate, and I was like, how cute would it be to give my little coffee bar just a mini makeover and do like a hot chocolate bar on my coffee bar? So I think I'm gonna do that and show you guys what I come up with there and make some hot chocolate, have a little hot chocolate bar. I'm just so excited. I feel like my energy is just, it's a lot right now, but I'm just so excited. You don't even know. Also, one thing I have been having a lot of fun with this month so far is my David's Tea Advent Calendar. It's a matcha Advent calendar. I've been having so much fun. Today is December 4th, so I've opened up 3 of them so far. The first day was pumpkin pie matcha, and it was not good. It was a bit of a letdown for the first day. I've tried it now 2 different ways, both in a latte and just a regular hot drink. And there's just not enough flavor. It doesn't taste like anything. It doesn't even taste like matcha. It's actually really weird. The second day was just plain matcha, and I had that, and it was really great. And then yesterday was berries and cream matcha, and I had it this morning in an iced latte, and let me tell you, it's easily the best matcha I've had from them so far. So good. So I thought I would open up day 4 with you guys. We can see what I got. I'm so excited. Oh, I love matcha. Okay, day 4. Here we go. It is, ooh, it's peach matcha. I don't know. I am intrigued by that, let me tell you. If the berries and cream was good, the peach very possibly could also be good. Like a fruit with matcha, I think is a really good combination. I'm gonna smell it. I need to smell it. It smells so good. Okay. So I think I have to make this later too, which has got to happen. I've been having a lot of matcha lately. Maybe that's it. I had matcha and then I had some coffee, and now I need to keep drinking my water. Okay, but for now, that is a long enough intro. We're gonna go, I'm gonna get to work, and I will check in with you guys later after work is done, once the weekend has started, and we will begin all of the Christmas festivities. We made it! It's the weekend. I have the biggest headache today, guys. And it was gone after I had coffee this morning, and now it is back with a vengeance. And what's even more sad is that I don't have any coffee left. So I need to go to the store and get some. I really hope that this is actually not due to caffeine, because it would be scary how much my body needs it if that's the case. But I think it's also just from working and staring at a computer screen. I've been wearing my contacts this week more than my blue light blocking glasses, and I think that that's also the cause. Also, I've had a little bit of a rough week, so maybe it's just stress. I don't know. I've been working out too, and I didn't work out last week very much, so maybe my body is just doing that. I don't know. Are you guys this way? You should let me know. I turn into like a legit hypochondriac. When I feel a little bit of anything, I just start trying to diagnose myself. I've learned that I have to stay away from WebMD, otherwise it's a very, very deep, dark rabbit hole that I go down. So I probably just need water, honestly. I have not had enough water today, so we'll start there. But we're done. It's the weekend. I'm so excited. I'm just walking around my house because I sit all day when I work, and I just like need to get up and move. But I realized something. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad at myself. I realized that I forgot to set out butter to soften to make my cookie dough. So I don't know what to do. I have made cookie dough successfully in the past where I just melt the butter, but not recently. So I don't think I have any butter. I don't know, maybe I'll go check. Maybe miraculously I did, and my past self is saving my future self. But yeah, I'm not thinking there's any butter in here. So I have lots of sugar, but no butter. I was like all gearing up, ready to make cookies right after work, and I don't think I can now. So that definitely changes things. That's okay. So, gotta go to the store tonight because I need coffee. So when I go to the store, I'll get some butter. And I'll let the butter sit out. and then tomorrow I'll make the cookie dough. And today, I suppose I could just work on the icing. So maybe I'll just make some icing later. I guess for now, until Andrew gets home, I think I might start Bear and the Nightingale. That sounds really nice, actually. I need to just like, that sounds so nice. I'm so proud of myself for thinking of that. No, I think that that's exactly what I want to do right now. Get away from a screen. So I'm going to open up Bear and the Nightingale and I'm going to read. That sounds so nice. And then we still have to do the hot chocolate bar. I also really want to start wrapping presents, but I don't know if I can show you guys what I'm wrapping because a lot of my family watches my vlogs, so I might wrap presents though. I love our tree, but it's so sad because there's nothing underneath it and it's so bare. So I really want to wrap presents so I can start sticking them down there, even though I know my cats are going to destroy the presents anyway. They always love the little crinkly doodads on top with the bows and the ribbons. What are those called? Like the ribbon, I guess. Streamer type things. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go read and I'll check in later. Hello, it is currently 9:58. So almost 10 o'clock? It's almost 10 o'clock. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I had a bit of a headache, I think, in the last clip, and I said I was gonna go and read, take my eyeballs off my screen, and I did. I started listening to the audiobook for Bear and the Nightingale, and I'm also working on an embroidery project right now, which I'll just show you tomorrow, but I did it for about 15 minutes and my headache got so bad that it actually turned into a migraine, which happens very rarely for me. Very rarely. So I ended up taking some Advil and laying down for like 45 minutes. Feel much better. Actually, we ended up going and getting drive-through ice cream. Not drive-through, it's like drive-up. It's like this old drive-up diner style of a place that we live really close by in our town, and we went with my sister and brother-in-law, who are some of our best friends here. And it was really fun, and we just like hung out in the car and we laughed. We listened to like really old school like pop songs. Old school, like back in the 2000s when we were all in high school, and it was great. It was so much fun. They are so much fun to hang out with, and Andrew and I were just talking about how it's just so nice to have friends, like people who it's just easy to hang out with and effortless, and people who make you laugh and laugh at your jokes. And yeah, it's just great. It's so great to have friends because we didn't have friends for a long time where we felt like we could really have that kind of friendship with, and when we were living in Memphis. So it's just a very cool thing to have that again. Super cheesy, but we like it. Anyway, I just got home and there was a package for me, and I thought it was a book that I had ordered, so I opened it right away, but it was actually a really sweet surprise gift from one of you guys, from a friend, and it's A Light in the Attic by Shel Silverstein. Okay, I love Shel Silverstein, like love. My mom got me his book Where the Sidewalk Ends when my sister was born back in 2001, so I think I was 9. And I read that thing cover to cover over and over again and just fell in love with his poetry. And so I never owned the other books, and I've always wanted to, and so I've had these on my wish list for a long time. And Christine from An Autistic Reader, she has a YouTube, and that's what it's called, and I will link it down below. She was so sweet and sent this to me as a Christmas present. Thank you, Christine. That was so kind of you, and I cannot wait to read this. I absolutely love Shel Silverstein. It has some of just the best, most fun poetry, and this means a whole heck of a lot to me, so thank you. What a sweet surprise! It is really late, but I'm feeling a renewed sense of energy. Side note, when we went to the ice cream place, I got an eggnog malt, and it was so good. I love eggnog. Comment down below. Do you like eggnog or do you hate eggnog? It's usually like one or the other. Eggnog is very polarizing. I personally love it. Love it. I have to like cut myself off because I would drink so much of it. Okay, so for the rest of the night, I think that I am going to go ahead and start making some icing for the cookies that I want to make this weekend. I did pick up some food coloring, so I should be able to more successfully make the colors that I wanted to try and achieve in the last vlog that I did. I'm gonna go for it. I didn't get all of the colors, but I think I can figure it out. I'm gonna try to go a little bit bolder this time wish me luck. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I was going to use my KitchenAid to do it, but I just realized that the icing is not complicated to mix, and I really need to be precise in the consistencies, so I don't want to be doing it in the KitchenAid when I don't have more control over that. So I'm gonna save the KitchenAid for tomorrow when I bake the cookies. I'm very excited. I will definitely let you guys know if I like it and my thoughts. But for now, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the night. And then once I'm done doing my icing, I'll probably listen a little bit more to Bear and the Nightingale. I only got probably a chapter in before I needed to go lay down because of that migraine, but I really like it so far. Actually, I was really intrigued by the very first story that the older woman in the house was telling the children, and now I'm a little bit confused because I think we're switching gears and we're with a different couple now. I need to keep reading, need to keep listening because I'm a little lost, but I know it's like fantasy slash magical realism, so I'm hoping that I'll pick up on the things happening soon. Hopefully it won't be too confusing for me. That's not my typical genre, but either way, I'm still really excited to read it. I am gonna go, I'm gonna make my icing, and I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. It is midnight. It's 12:17 in the morning, and I just finished all of the icing. I always underestimate how long it takes me to make the icing. It's not the icing itself, that's really fast. It's the colors and mixing the colors, but I'm really excited about how the colors came out. They are definitely different than I have ever done yet so far. I mean, this is only my 4th time making these cookies, making the icing, but I'm really excited. Do you guys want to see? Okay, so I did much more of like a jeweled, deeper, like bolder colors, and I kind of like them. They're different, but here they are. They probably look a little bit more primary on the screen than you can tell. I'll try and do like more of a shot tomorrow with like natural lighting, but yeah, I like them. I think they're gonna look really cool. These are looking really primary on the viewfinder, so, but they're a lot deeper and richer, and yeah, I just think that these are gonna be really cool. I kind of winged it with the blue. These were all the colors of the color guide that I followed, and I think this is a really cute palette. Like, it's cool. I like it. I'm excited. I feel like this is just like much more of a kind of refined palette. I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm glad that they turned out a little different. I'm excited to do something that's different than pastel because that's all I've really been able to do without kind of having a little bit of a guide. So really excited about this tomorrow. And I did go to the store and get butter. So I do have butter softening that will be ready tomorrow for cookies. So that's really exciting. I know that I didn't do much today, and I'm really sorry about that. But I'll do a lot of the fun stuff tomorrow. I want to wrap some presents. I want to make my hot chocolate bar. I have been working on this embroidery. I think I mentioned that earlier. But here's the embroidery that I've been working on. It actually came as a kit from Hobby Lobby. I was in their embroidery section looking for a scissors, a little scissors, and I saw that they had this. I think it was about $8, but it actually came with all of the thread that I needed. It came with a needle, it came with the wooden hoop, with the pattern already printed on it, so everything was like ready to go. I totally recommend if you want to get into embroidery, this is a really great option. The thing that keeps me from embroidery the most is the tracing of the pattern and having to do all of that because I just find it really time consuming. So I really liked that this one was just all set and ready to go. It is super, super duper late, but I do kind of want to keep reading a little bit more of this. I'm starting to feel a little bit tired, but I'm not that tired considering I took like a 45-minute nap this evening. And I'm a night owl. I don't know if you guys out there are night owls or not. I'm not much of a morning person, but I am such a night owl. I've been since I was a little kid. Like, I just love staying up late. I love being the last person to go to bed. I like being up when everyone else is asleep. I don't know what it is. It's just my favorite thing. I'm going to stay up a little bit longer. I'm going to try and get some reading done. and I will probably check in with you guys tomorrow morning. So good night. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I suppose it's not technically the morning anymore. It is 12 o'clock. I stayed up until about 1:45 last night and slept in until about 10 o'clock today. So I'm getting a little bit of a late start. Andrew and I were hanging out, and then I made this waffle with his new protein powder, which is Fruity Pebbles flavored, and it was very good. It was very good. Highly recommend. We are getting ready to head to Target. We need to get a couple Christmas presents and do a little bit of shopping, and then I'll be back home. I want to make that hot chocolate bar. I want to keep reading. I want to wrap a couple presents. So got a full day planned. Oh, and I want to bake cookies. So I better get going. But I just wanted to check in and say good morning. Hey, babe. How's it going?
Good.
You having a good Saturday?
Yeah.
Nice and cozy?
Yeah.
Love you. Hello, I am back from Target. It's 2:30. We got some presents, got some lunch, and have just been hanging out a little bit. But now I am ready to make this hot chocolate bar. Okay, so I've just been inspired because I've been seeing people on Instagram make cute hot chocolate bars, like just little areas in their dining room or living room, whatever, with like all the hot chocolate stuff. And I was like, oh, that's cute. I don't drink a lot of hot chocolate, but I wish I drank more of it, honestly. When I was in Target a couple weeks ago, I saw that they had this really cute little package of hot cocoa bar, like little stuff. So they've got some like hot chocolate mix, some candy cane pieces, some caramel pieces, and some like mini marshmallows. And it kind of just sparked this idea. I was like, I want to make half of my coffee bar area into a hot chocolate bar for the season. And I just think it'll be really kind of a fun festive thing to do, and delicious as well. I've since accumulated a couple of things since then. I got these peppermint flavored marshmallows, which I am particularly excited about because I love mint anything, peppermint anything. I also got, these are really cool. I got these from a local baking goods store, so I don't know where else you would find these, but they're actually the Lucky Charms marshmallows. They're just the marshmallows from Lucky Charms. Like, I think that's so awesome. I'm so excited about these. I also obviously have some hot chocolate mixes. This is like a regular milk chocolate hot chocolate, and this one is a Starbucks salted caramel hot chocolate. So that's awesome. And then I also got, I don't know if I'm going to use all of this, but I was thinking as far as like decorations go and setting it up, I got these really cute star twinkling lights. I also have this like buffalo check kind of festive tablecloth. And then I also have some garland that I haven't used yet. So I might use that. I also have like the cheaper plasticky kind of garland, which might be lighter and easier to use, so I might use that. I don't know, I'm just gonna wing it with whatever I have around the house, and I think it's gonna be really fun, so I thought I would kind of document the process. I was thinking of listening to the audiobook while doing this, but honestly, I think I probably won't pay enough attention to it, and I don't want to miss any details, so instead, I am gonna pop on the wonderful Charlie Brown Christmas record and get going on this little project. So here we go.
Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, the leaves are so unchanging. Oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, the leaves are so unchanging. Not only green when summer's here, but also
Okay, I actually like that so much more than I thought I would. It totally came together and I kind of love it. Okay, I'm gonna show Andrew. Andrew, are you ready to see the hot chocolate bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you like it?
Yeah, that's pretty.
The lights are like so crazy. I like it though. I think it came out really well. Super happy with that. That came out better than I was expecting. It's not everything I had envisioned, but it kind of took on a life of its own. Also, I didn't realize that the lights that I bought were twinkling. And I was really bummed about it first, but now I kind of like it. It's a little extra. It's a little extra, and I probably won't keep them on that much, but it's really fun. I'm so proud of that. Oh my goodness. And now I'm gonna make some hot chocolate and start baking. By the way, I don't think I've shown the vlog yet, the amazing, beautiful KitchenAid that I have gotten. So I will do a little clip right now of what it is. It's this gorgeous matte green. I'm so excited about it. Our kitchen counter space is very limited, so this is pretty much gonna take up the entire kitchen counter. But I'm about to make some cookies in this bad boy and use it for the first time. I'm so excited. I hope I don't break it. Hello. So, you know that TikTok where the song in the background is like, I just did a bad thing. I feel like that's me this evening because, you guys, I've been playing The Sims for probably like 3 or 4 hours. I don't even remember my last clip. I'm so sorry. What a terrible vlogger. Okay, so I used my KitchenAid and it was awesome. And the reason I forgot to update you guys was because I was in the middle of making the cookie dough and I realized I didn't have any eggs, which was super annoying. So I had to go to the store and get eggs. And then I made the cookies. And I don't think I mentioned this in my last vlog, but my least favorite part about making cookies is making the cookies. I hate rolling out the dough. I hate doing all of like the shapes. Like it's just very tedious and time consuming. And you have to be like on your feet. You're like going back and forth, putting them in the oven, taking them out, getting them cool, not breaking them. Like it's just my least favorite part. So I was getting a little crabby. I was getting a lot crabby about it. And they're done. The KitchenAid mixer is amazing. It's amazing. Like half of the mess, way more fun, honestly, just easier all around. It worked like a charm. The dough was amazing. Like I'm so impressed. I can't believe I haven't gotten one sooner. I love it. I love it. So thank you to everyone who encouraged me to buy it on Instagram. So then after that, Andrew made some dinner. And then, yeah, I've been playing The Sims. I kind of bounce back and forth between a couple of different games, like Animal Crossing is one for sure. But then I also get really into like coloring apps on my iPad sometimes. And then sometimes I play this game called League of Legends, if any of you are familiar. And then sometimes I'm really into The Sims. And right now I'm really into The Sims. And I was starting a new game with a new sim. And I got a bunch of custom content to add to her house, to create her house, and it's just like my dream house, you guys. Do you want to see it? I don't know if I can show you, but I'm gonna try. I don't really know how this is gonna work, but this is the kitchen, and it's everything. It's like beautiful and green and giant, and it's got a big huge island, and I even did little pastry stuff right here. But yeah, this is all just like my dream. And then her living room is amazing. It doesn't have a TV, it doesn't have anything obnoxious, it just has this cozy fireplace. She's actually a painter and she drinks a lot of green tea. And I love it. And then she has a small house, but all she has is her bedroom then, which has a bunch of like really nice mood lighting and pretty things. And then her bathroom is really simple as well. It's not like, it's good clutter. Lots of plants. This is like a isolated plant oasis and I am obsessed with it. So that's what I've been up to. So suffice to say, I have not gotten any cookies done. I did the hot chocolate bar. I made the cookies. I haven't frosted any yet. It is 10:30, But I think I'm gonna go ahead and start some cookies. I need to step away from the computer. I could honestly play the rest of the night, but I gotta get through this book. I need to read more of this book. So I'm gonna try to listen to the audiobook while I'm frosting cookies. I have not done that yet. And I'm hoping that it's an activity that I can do and still pay attention to the audiobook, because sometimes it is. Like, I can color while I listen to an audiobook, I can do embroidery, but there's some things that I just can't do while I listen to an audiobook because I will not pay attention. So I'm hoping that it works out. If it doesn't, then I'll probably pick up the embroidery again and do that. But I will check in with you guys one last time tonight after I've hopefully read a lot more of this book. So remember that time that I said I would check in with you guys before I went to bed about the book that I'm reading? It's Sunday and it's 9:30 at night. Oops. I'm so sorry. This day has gotten away from me completely. Last night I stayed up until like 2:30. The cookies turned out really great. I am really loving the color palette that I went with. I'll show you a little overview of them right now as I'm talking to them. This is my first batch, so it's my first kind of practice batch doing these shapes of cookie cutters and the colors and all that stuff. And I was also feeling a little bit shaky actually when I was doing it. I feel like you really kind of need to get like a practice batch out of the way before starting a bunch. So anyway, they're not perfect is what I'm trying to say. Definitely not perfect, but I really like these. So I'm excited to make more. I got through just these ones before I got super tired and decided to just go to bed. So that's what I did, but I did listen to a lot of the audiobook, and good news is that I can listen to audiobooks while I do cookies. So I'm really excited about that because I have a feeling that's going to be one of my new favorite things to do. So the story about today is that I forgot, Andrew and I forgot, that we were hosting a little mini holiday Christmas movie party with our siblings, his siblings, my siblings-in-laws, and just a couple of us, just a fun little thing, which was really good timing with the hot chocolate bar, because then we actually went out and we got rum chata, which is like a alcoholic milky beverage. It's really good, and hot chocolate is what I'm saying. And we made really fun like hot chocolate drinks, and it was a really good time. But we totally forgot that we were hosting that, and our entire house was a disaster. I mean, clothes everywhere, dishes not done, clutter galore. The whole house needed to be vacuumed. It was just like, it was rough. So we spent the majority of the day cleaning, and then they came over, we had dinner, we watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which is one of the best Christmas movies ever in my opinion. And it was really fun. So that has been my day, and I feel super bad. And I'm a little bummed because I had all of these plans to do some Christmas gift wrapping and show you guys more of like my embroidery or more of the cookies or more of the book, and it just all got away from me. So I'm a little bummed, but that's okay. That's just life. It happens, and I feel like overall I still had a really successful and fun weekend. But I will say that I have been listening to the audiobook for The Bear and the Nightingale on and off all day today. I think I have about 2 to 2.5 hours left, so I am close to the finish line and do plan on staying up until I'm done with it, because I have committed myself to finishing this book this weekend, and I'm going to. I don't think I've talked about what it's about yet, and I don't feel like I'm going to explain it well at all. But if you have read Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, or if you have seen Pan's Labyrinth a little bit more loosely, but Spinning Silver, like, this book reminds me a lot of Spinning Silver, and I think this one was written first, so I don't know what that means, but that's the only thing I can think of to compare it with. We're in the Russian wilderness. We're following a family whose mother has died after giving birth to their last child. Her name is Vasya, I believe. I think it's Vasya, and she's kind of spunky and she's brave, and she also has this ability to see like demons or sprites or just these magical creatures. And there's also a priest who has like come to live in their town who is trying to get her to turn from her evil ways. I'm not explaining this well. Basically, it's very family dynamic driven so far, and Vasya is kind of like our main character, who the story is built around. Her father remarries, and the woman that he remarries is very mean. She's like terrible, and she's trying to convince this priest that, you know, Vasya sees demons and we need to like save her soul, and basically she just treats her like garbage. One important turning point in the book was when her father, when she was a lot younger, her father was out on a journey in Moscow with her two brothers, and her father insults basically this winter icy frost demon guy, and he says, I will spare your son's life, but only if you give your daughter this specific jewel that she has to hang on to. So he agrees. The father comes home from Moscow with this jewel to give his daughter, and gives it instead to like their house nurse maid, live-in help person. And she decides to hang on to it until Vasya is old enough to understand what it means, but there's still a lot of mystery around what this even means. Anyway, Vasya is getting a little bit older right now in the story, and basically her father is trying to save her from being involved with this winter demon, and the only way to do that is either to get her married off or to like join a convent. And so they decide to try to get her married off, and obviously the guy that she is marrying is not very nice. He's kind of a jerk, and she's very strong-willed, and you're not supposed to be that way during this time. As a girl, you're supposed to be like basically just someone who cooks and cleans and bears children. So I feel like that was a lot, but I wanted to give you a quick overview of what I'm picking up so far and the themes. I will say I'm loving the atmosphere. I'm loving just the wintry, Russian, cold wilderness. It's very atmospheric and I'm loving it, especially for this time of year. It's perfect. I do really care a lot about Vasya, so I'm really intrigued to see how this ends. I will say I knew that this was a trilogy, but I wasn't thinking about that when I first started it this weekend, and now I can see it's a much slower build than I was anticipating. So I think I'm going to have to keep going in the series. I'm not going to lie, I'm not much of a series person. It takes a lot for me to read a series, but so far I am very intrigued to keep reading this series. So I'll let you guys know my thoughts when I finish it, but so far I'm liking it. I don't love it, but I do find myself invested, which is good. I'm pleasantly surprised so far is what I'll say. It's pretty late. I have a lot more to read, so I'm going to get going, and I'll check in with you guys tonight when I finish the book and have final thoughts. Hello, I am back. It is very late. It's about midnight, but I finished it. I finished The Bear and The Nightingale. This beautiful book right here. I would have to say that I mostly enjoyed this book. I definitely need to finish the trilogy, or at least proceed onto the second one, because there was a lot of build-up towards something greater and bigger when it comes to this book and this series. I was really left wanting a lot more. So I understand why it's trilogy, and I definitely need to pick up book 2 ASAP. I will say there's something about this book that I feel a little bit disconnected from. I don't have any major big complaints, and I didn't dread listening to this book. As far as magical realism fantasy books are concerned, this one I actually enjoyed the majority of, but there's still just something lacking for me, and I just don't know what it is. I really liked our main character. I thought that Vasya was just so authentically herself throughout her entire journey of this story, and I think where we left off was when I was telling you that she was supposed to get married, and obviously I can't give too many more details away because that would spoil the book, but there's definitely things that happen at the end that make more sense with how things were building in the beginning. So I thought the author did a really good job of tying up those kinds of ends that I was like, okay, but what is this gonna be for? Like, I'm ready to find out. I understand now the Bear and the Nightingale, like the reference. Let me read the back of the book really quick to make sure I'm not giving anything away. Okay, so the back of the book is very vague, so I will try not to give anything away in that case. But I will say that there were parts at the end that I really loved and that were probably particularly my favorite parts of this book was when Vasya is really using her gifts and her abilities that she's had throughout the whole journey of the story, but we don't really get to fully see, I think, until the end. And so now I'm like, okay, where is this gonna go? What is she gonna do? There was a very action-packed end scene that like didn't really wow me. It didn't really like shock or surprise me. It made sense, I thought. So I'm not ending this book with a like, oh my gosh, this was the best book ever kind of feeling, but I can understand why a lot of people really love this one. And if the trilogy continues the way that the first book did, I think that it makes sense why it's so many people's favorite story. I will say too, this was a really perfect winter read. Just very like cold, winter, snowy type themes throughout the whole story, which I just kind of loved and was super in the mood for. I just wish it was snowing here. That would have made it extra special. Anyway, I think I've said enough, but I did really enjoy this book. I mean, I just finished it, so I hesitate to give it a rating right away, but I will say that it's probably a 4-star for me, probably a 4 or maybe a 3.5. Probably more of a 4 though. It was a good book, and it takes a lot for a book to get me to want to continue on in the series. So I was pleasantly surprised with this, and I'm happy that I read it. I'm definitely looking forward to talking about it on Friday with the book club. I think it's going to be one that'll be a lot of fun to discuss. I also have a feeling that Kaylin is going to love this book because it was very similar to Spinning Silver, in my opinion. Okay, well, that concludes the first vlog of December. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that this was a fun vlog for you. It was definitely a fun weekend for me doing some of my favorite things, which probably sounds super lame, but just like doing the hot chocolate bar and watching Christmas movies and making cookies and spending it with loved ones. Like, there's nothing better, in my opinion. And playing The Sims, that's always a good time too. So overall, it was a really good weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. I hope that you're doing well, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!